It took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but it's finally time. Something that a lot of you have been waiting for. I have finally got our first ever Marvel Rivals TikTok React, which is submitted completely by you guys. By the way, there were so many apparently to go through, and I don't know which ones got selected. Obviously, we can't do ones that have like music and stuff like that because of like DMCA and whatnot. But I can only assume mods will probably have to declare to say that there was a bajillion of the Luna Snow ones, if you know what I'm talking about, with the dance and the La Seraphim song. Like I can't get it out of my head. It's stuck. It just won't get out of my head. I don't know what's going on there. But all right, first up, 3 broken heroes in Marvel Rivals.
Overpowered heroes in the new game Marvel Rivals, starting with Venom being first on the list. Not only is this one of the best vanguards, but he also has a 1-star.
Wait, when did this come out? Oh, it came out on the 7th. Okay, so this is running off of beta data because I thought Venom was gonna be OP too, and then it turns out,
Not only
no.
is this one of the best vanguards, but he also has a 1-star difficulty, making him easy to play for any player. This hero has a web sling for high mobility, a ground smash getting you straight into the fight, a cell.
I kind of want to redo my tier list now. I want to make, I don't know if it's a good idea. I think I should just leave it how it is until the next season, but I want to do a new one because like I feel like stuff's changed. And 2, when I made my tier list, nobody had gotten to diamond yet. Like top 500 was gold. Like rank 1 was like gold at the time because ranked had only been out for a few days, and like silver was top 500. Then eventually rank 1 was like gold, and then maybe eventually plat. Well, none of us had even gotten 2 hero bands yet. So I want to make one with hero bands, and I want to make one without hero bands. Because without hero bands, I'm still pretty set on the old one. Small changes in a few places, but mostly still the same. But I want to make one with hero bands too.
Heal, a powerful ultimate dealing AoE and siphon damage, and then you get a massive health bonus when partnered with the right heroes. Number 2 is the Iron Fist. This hero may take players some time to learn, but once you get it down, you can stack kills faster than a running Spider-Man. Iron Mike's basic attack pulls you right into the enemy, making it easy to hit any player. Then you can also attack after using Dragon's Defense, closing the distance.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen people scream about Iron Fist.
Stronger. And if that's not enough, you also have a dash kick, a triple jump, and wall running, making this one of the best heroes when it comes to mobility. And number 3 is Hela. This hero has one.
There we go. Okay, there's at least one really good one in here.
High damage, but it also has hit scan, making it super easy to snipe in.
All right, Hela's the only one that of those 3 that's actually really OP.
Teleport, getting you to high places on the map, and then she has an insane ultimate which takes you into the sky to rain down hell on the yacht.
Real talk, like it's actually insane how much or how important hero bands are to this game. Like hero bands genuinely have made ranked so enjoyable. Like once you get to a certain rank where like every Hela would just dominate the entire lobby, the fact that you just get rid of it and make every game somewhat unique is awesome.
3 bad habits for every new Adam Warlock in Marvel Rivals. You don't use his mass res tech. Your ultimate will continuously res teammates for 10 seconds after you use it. What most people don't know is it has a 30-meter range based off of Adam's body, not the ult location. This means after you ult a safe place, you can get back to the fight to continuously res people that were originally out of range of it. Also,
what? I didn't know that's how that worked.
Planning on rezzing to save 1 use of your heal cooldown, is everyone who gets rezzed will come back at low health, and you can immediately bring them back up to full. You waste your soul bomb.
Sick.
This is your strongest ability and has a very punishing 30-second cooldown. You should almost never use it for a heal because it only heals 10 per second. Its value comes from splitting damage received across everyone.
You didn't know this? How much Adam Warlock do you think I've played? Be honest. How much do you think I've played?
If they have a dive team like Venom or Spider-Man, you should try to save it to shut down their dive attempts. However, if the enemy team's not focusing you, you can use it more aggressively. That way your team can push forward and take less damage. Just make sure when you
probably
use
less
it,
than
you're in
half an hour
sight of as many people as possible, because the more people that receive it, the more the damage is going to be spread out. You aren't maximizing
that thing's that thing's really strong.
You shouldn't be using your primary fire, but anytime you're peeking a corner, you should peek it with a charge shot. Just avoid.
I don't know if you guys have seen any of the high rank Adam Warlocks, like the rank 1 player who does this, or like top 5, like they're all Overwatch former Overwatch pros. They literally just charge their right click and they just headshot people to death. It's crazy.
Out in the open, always charge behind cover and then peek. It's one of the only damage abilities in the game that has no damage fall off. This means that you can position really far back and spam chokes and get full damage. Keep in mind it can't headshot, so anytime that you're using it, line up for center mass.
Yeah, they actually just delete people.
Enjoy Zenyatta mains.
Okay. Next, also I knew they were gonna make the Overwatch reference. I knew it.
This is the only correct Marvel.
All right, let's see it. Oh, a nice tier list. You know what's funny? All right, hot take. It doesn't matter what your tier list. It literally doesn't matter. Whatever's on your tier list does not matter. People will get angry, no matter what. I saw someone's tier list that was the exact almost opposite on one or two of my takes of it, and it was just like people were just like hard flaming them for it, and I was like, wait a minute, hang on, I got flamed for that take. Like I got flamed for the opposite take, and it's like their top comments are all being mad that they had like a similar to mine, like the whole tier list is the same, but they had one or two that were like polar opposite, and it was like, nah, like this is wrong. But it's like, wait, but you said mine was wrong too. All it is people just get really mad when anything's at the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter what it is.
Only correct Marvel Rivals tier list you're gonna see for week 1. Big disclaimer.
Wait, hang on, let's actually look at it. Widow at S? Yeah, that's crazy talk. Hawkeye, I think, is more A, because it's just not as consistent, but still really good. Black Panther, that's a little too high. Venom S, that's too high. Spider-Man S, that's hilarious. The fact that these three aren't in S is insane. Yeah, that's fine. Jeff and B, that's hilarious. This is way too low. Little low. Fine. Fine. Little low. Little high. Strange and Magneto in C. So this is what the fun part of tier list is, because we could look back at everyone's tier list, my own included in some ways, and be like, okay, like, you know, now that it's been a couple weeks, we all kind of have a better idea of the game. You know, it's like, okay, this is, you know, this one is a little bit better than I thought. Oh, this one's a little bit worse than I thought. That's the fun. That's the best part of it, because man, this is just awful. This one's bad. Loki in C, Adam Warlock in C. And the two best tanks in the game in C? That's funny. Thor in D? That's so funny. Seeing Thor and Hulk in D? Oh, that's so funny.
Character in the game is good in a vacuum. Wolverine...
I'm telling you, bro, the ceiling on Venom and Spider is so high that they're easily S. Yeah, let me hit 95 buttons to get a kill and have to play absolutely everything perfectly when I can literally hit 2 buttons and get the same kill for the 10 times less effort. That doesn't make it S. That just makes it so it's a very, very mechanically difficult but rewarding character. That doesn't mean it's S. That's not what that means. S means the strongest, most consistent, and best way to win games.
Wolverine is the worst character in the game, but you can solo carry games.
Wait, what?
Vacuum. Wolverine is the worst character in the game, but you can solo carry games with him. I'm sure you've done it.
Oh, that's kind of true.
Every character in this game can be very OP in the
That's true, actually.
But some OP characters are just simply better than others, okay? So if I call your favorite character in the game bad, I just mean that they're bad in comparison, okay? Not on their own. Sure. The only S tier characters in this game are going to be your sniper characters and your dive characters. Hawkeye, Hela, and Black Widow can all
what was this posted?
Headshot any squishy in the game. Hawkeye can do it without a damage boost.
You know what, this is probably similar to the beta.
Black Widow require a damage boost. Spider-Man and Venom are just the best dive characters in the game. Any good duo of Spider-Man and Venom can completely control a lobby. Psylocke is the best duelist in the game. A lot of the tier lists from the first few days are horrendous.
My tier list from like a week later,
but he's just a little bit
like a week into the game being out, week and a half into the game being out, has some flaws in it, but it's much more accurate. Now the tier lists that are out, like now that we're like 2 weeks plus out, are actually much more accurate. It's why whenever I did my Overwatch ones, I always would wait at least a week to get a good idea of what was going on with the game, and I had played it for years. So, me when the Venom Spider-Man team up is ranked higher than Hulk Iron Man. Wait, I would have. You know what? The team up rankings is actually kind of funny too. I want to see some of those.
Did you know that in Marvel Rivals, Squirrel Girl has the cutest interaction with Jeff?
Oh my. OMG, you are the cutest shark ever! Ah, look at those little feet. I know, sharks aren't supposed to have feet. And no, you can't eat Tippy Toe. She's my best friend.
Did you know that?
Aw, that's pretty sweet.
So real quick, I'm going through like all the, you know, hero profiles and stuff in Marvel Rivals, because I just want to make sure like I understand what all the characters can do, right? And so I got to the team up about...
By the way, really quick, chat, give me a 1 in chat if you know what this screen is. Do you guys know about these like little demos and like things to teach the game that exist? This is so cool. Not to bring it back, but this is something that I feel like people asked for in Overwatch for years, and like even creators towards the launch of Overwatch 2 offered to like make videos for the game and be like, hey, because like this game's kind of old, like people don't know how to play some characters, like we could teach them. Like Brig was a good example, right? Like most like metal rank players don't know how to play Brig like correctly. They play it like little mini Rhine, right? And it was like, well, we should make videos on like, you know, how to teach people how to play the game or how to use these combos. Never did it. That's all in this game. Like there's actual like demos and videos on how to play each character and how like to use the abilities and how to use team ups. It's so cool. This game has so much shit that in it that it's packed. It's awesome.
Right? And so I got to the team up about Wolverine and Hulk doing the fastball special, which is fine. You know, I've tested this out. It's fun. I did this with my cousin and everything. We had a little bit of fun. We're like, it's all right. But then I read the description. Wolverine can interact with Hulk or blank.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Sides, Hulk and blank can raise Wolverine. Press the button to throw him towards the crosshair. Does this mean Colossus is coming? Because who else?
Chat, who's Colossus?
Besides the original person who did the fastball special with Wolverine. Marvel, y'all slipping a little bit. Y'all letting some cats out the bag.
I think they do it on purpose, by the way. I actually unironically think they're not. I don't think they're slipping up. I think they do it as like a way to get people interested. If you haven't seen, it was something else. I don't really cover leaks and stuff like that because I know a lot of people like to have stuff like be a surprise, myself included. I just happen to sometimes see shit. But I don't want to be someone that like spreads it just because like, you know, like sometimes like, people like surprises, man. But I saw something else that got leaked by accident semi-recently about another more characters that are coming out. And I think it's like they do like little teases because they did them in the trailers when they were doing all the trailers and stuff like that. You know, you'd see like in the background or in the kill feed, you'd see someone, they're like, oh shit, there's no way they're not doing that. Like they're rewarding people for actually reading, actually paying attention. I like it. I think it's done on purpose.
Black Widow does not have a one-shot in Marvel Rivals. The trailer was bait. It's also bolt action, so she cannot hit you.
You can though with Mantis.
Finish you off. Hit fire is the only thing that seems to have fall off. That does about half.
Mantis team up or not damage boost can.
So you can scope, but you will not be able to finish targets at long range. To 100 to 0 someone on your own, you have to hit 2 shots, which has a significant delay. So the incentive is to use the rest of your kit. You can run in, go for a headshot.
Oh, I would never do that. I would never do that ever.
Sniper character.
I would never do that.
Bro, they fixed it. They fixed Widow.
First off, no, you don't run in on Widow, headshot someone and kick them. That's insane. Second off, though, I never get to talk about it because I never had a reason to. I never had anything. But how funny is it that they debated the shit out of everyone? Like I remember that came out. So I did the hero release thing for like Iron Fist and Squirrel Girl, and then the next day was like Shroud, and I wanted to play Black Widow, but I couldn't because like, you know, they had other streamers for like those like couple days leading up to the launch. And everyone's freaking out. They're like, oh my God, they're gonna ruin their game. They're adding a Widow with a one-shot. And it's like, they're like, gotcha, bitch. Why the f would we not make a trailer where the character looks good, you know? Like the trailer is supposed to show off the character and make them look fun and make them look cool. And so they're going around headshotting people and they're dying. They're like, yeah, that's this trailer, stupid. Why wouldn't, it's like, oh my, everyone has so much PTSD from getting one shot from Widow in Overwatch that they thought it was gonna happen in Rivals, and it's like, oh man, you said this already, but yeah, I don't think it ever made it into a video or anything. I never had a reason to talk about it. I think it's just peak comedy. They just kind of a little bit, and I respect it. Oh, what is this? Next.
Aren't you just the cutest?
Get ready.
Jesus Christ.
Is that real?
Aren't you just the cutest?
Get ready.
Jesus Christ.
Is that real? I never heard that. That's awesome. Holy shit. I need to hear that one in game. I need to get that one time.